Sketching basics. For the first feature, when we are creating solids, we will sketch on the planes. And every part and every assembly comes with the front, top, and right plane. We can always add additional planes. The planes are either visible or not visible. And we can right-click and click the glasses to show them. Or we can right-click, turn them off. We can select several and use the control key of the keyboard to gather them up and turn on several at once. And also note that where all three of them intersect, that is the origin of Solidworks space. Solidworks not only needs to know the size and shape, but where our sketch is located in Solidworks space. I will gather all three using the control key, the left mouse button to select, right click, and I will turn those off. Once you become proficient, you don't necessarily have to have these on anymore. I will right click and I will sketch on the front plane. And to create lines, we can just select line and just draw. And I selected with the left mouse button and I have not released it. You can see it's telling me a length, if it's horizontal, if its endpoint is in line with the origin, and it will pick up additional features if there's geometry on the screen. If it's vertical, and I can draw additional lines. Center lines, also called construction lines, have a dashed font. And if I select a line, I could change it to construction, or I could change it back to solid line. This line is vertical, and you will start to see that there are many relations. And relations show up in these little green boxes. Sometimes if the relation is missing, the box will turn to an olive color. But if I gather up several lines, such as this line, control key, and this line, I could make them parallel to each other. I could select that and delete, or I can make them perpendicular to one another. I can make them equal length. So you can come out and explore all these different types of relations and use these relations instead of applying many dimensions and reference geometry to just create things to be equal, parallel, vertical, or horizontal. And collinear means that they are on top of each other. You can also do things such as trimming. So trim, we have power trim, which is like a weed whacker. Press the left mouse button and cut through the parts that you want to remove. Say I have another line here. I could use trim to create a corner. There are additional trim away inside of selected lines. Trim away outside, trim to the closest point. It's like a scissors and cuts it off. We can create circles. We could create circles that are attached to certain tangencies. And notice the tangent relation. There are things such as creating different types of slots. And SolidWorks, with each of these commands, kind of guides you along. 1, 2, and 3. Or you start in the middle. 1, 2, and then 3. And then adding dimensions is simply a matter of selecting the object and placing it. Select an object, place it. Or you could select an endpoint and an endpoint. Do you want the dimension to be vertical? Do you wish it to be horizontal? I've said those backwards. Do you wish them to be vertical, horizontal? Or do you wish them to be aligned with the true length of that angle? Angle dimension. Select the first line, second line, and what is the angle between them? And to alter a dimension, you just double click it and you type in the actual value you want. There's also this wheel you can grab and kind of position to where you need it. And where you place dimensions have no bearing on where they are when you do a final drawing. We can move entities, and you will notice that SolidWorks often places a blue box. It's looking for something. So I select that item and the start point is here, and I wish to move it to there. And you can do that with copy, rotate, and scaling, stretching entities. You can use offset. So if I select that and I say offset this circle by a prescribed dimension, and I can have it be on the inside, both directions, and that creates another relation. So you'll see lots of these small boxes popping up, giving you feedback to let you know what's happening in your sketch. Tooltips are available for each one. There's splines and arcs and polygons and fillets, text if you wish to type. Converting entities from existing geometry. Creating patterns and mirroring entities within the sketch. You can display all the relations within the sketch. As you go through, it highlights them. We'll highlight the distances and dimensions. In SolidWorks, like many other programs, you can often find all this information in several places. So if you go to Tools and Sketch Tools, Sketch Entities. In fact, you'll find additional ones that are not on the main command manager. If you wish, you can customize the toolbar by right-clicking on any toolbar that's available. An arrow down to customize. Commands. And you could come out from Sketch and say you wish to add Sketch Chamfer to the toolbar. And you could just grab it and drop it, and it becomes part of your toolbar. Later, you can come down, customize, and once this dialog box is open, you can just grab something off of a toolbar and drop it out to the playing field, and it'll be removed from the toolbar. We don't necessarily encourage that here at the school because every time someone comes onto your computer, they'll be changing toolbars and you'll be changing toolbars. So often it's best to just leave it as it is. But that's how you would do it. There's lots of other things here in Sketch. that basically will come with time and experience in using the program.